Hey guys, what's up? Hello, welcome back to another Scuffed Iron Man video. In the last episode, we were just doing a bunch of Slayer still, and we did the King's Alliance, or whatever, the Kingdom Divided quest. And we're gonna get back on that questing grind soon, but there's a lot of other stuff I want to do. I want to get some more stats up, and then we're gonna have to do, I think, Regicide, and we can start doing Zolra runs. And we're really gonna want that blowpipe eventually. But we're going to keep doing Slayer, but before that, we're going to get some of our prayer up. And actually, before we get into the prayer grind, we got 71 Hunter. And we're going to be world hopping for a little bit to buy a bunch of buckets of slimes for this prayer method. We got a bunch of buckets of slimes, so what we're going to do is teleport to our Ectofungus. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our bones. We're going to use dragon bones later, but the worm bones for now. We're going to use it in the bone grinder, and we're just going to let it AFK through this entire process. I think you could speed up by manually doing everything, but this is more relaxing. We head downstairs, and we can start worshipping to the Ectofungus. We're going to get these big XP drops. And now we just teleport back to rock and get our stock and repeat. I could definitely be using the Chaos Altar or work on construction and make my own altar, but I think this is the best way, and I'm kind of too terrified to do Chaos Altar for the how many trips and how many bones I'll have to use for it, but this isn't too bad itself. And also the Ectofungus is 4 times the per XP, but the Gilded Altar is 3.5, but since the Gilded Altar is easier access to and you can take a whole inventory of bones, it's better XP an hour, but the Ectofungus is slower and we'll just get more XP overall. And I'm in no rush anyway. And here is 57 prayer. And actually, to save some log runes, I think I'm just going to run to the bank every single time. It's actually not too far. 58 prayer. Level 59. 60 prayer. Oh, and that's a total level of 1550. 61 prayer. That's that's the last of all their bones. And we've got a total of 2,575 ecto tokens that actually mean nothing to us because we already finished this Ghost Ahoy quest. But our prayer is about 3 hours worth, and we were going from 40k XP an hour to 47 once we started switching to the dragon bones. And there's nothing really we do with these tokens, so except for paying this guy 500 ecto tokens to get unlimited trips to Dragon Tooth Island. And there's actually nothing to do here except for like clue scrolls and all that. And I'm thinking we can do some thieving. It seems that the monks in Varak are protesting because it seems that Oziak and this real estate agent, Oziak's going to buy off this monastery. Well, that's just my guess for the next future quest. And these are the monks that are protesting. Now we're in Polynevich, and we're going to pickpocket these bandits for a while. And to do so, we're going to wear a good rogue outfit, which gives us 2 times the loot of everything. But we're going to keep this guy trapped in this little house. We're going to sneak up behind him and knock him out. And we do this for the next while. And once again, the motion, it looks like this. And when we're out of food, we can just head over to the bar over here. And we could just buy a bunch of whiskey and vodka. I finally just realized that there's a difference between the bandits with the little blackjacks in their hands and the ones with the scimitar. And we're just going to bring this one right next to our ladder just because we aggroed and go. This is not a good one. We lured him in and we bang in on this guy. So 84 XP rather than 65. A 63 thieving and 64 thieving. And after knocking out this guy for about 2 hours, we have 65 thieving, and we could upgrade from the scimitar bandits to the Manapite thugs in the southern Polynevich. But we'll take a break for now, and we got this big old cash stack. Starting the day on some Manapite thugs, and pickpocketing them is a hard task. And we're getting 130 XP rather than 80 XP now. 66. 67. 68. Nice. And 70 thieving. Now that we got 70 thieving, I'm going to take a break. It only takes about 3 hours of a few different sets. And I'm happy that we got this 247k cash stack, which is pretty sick. But my arm is not as happy for all that clicking. And we only got half of this if it weren't for that rogue set. But with this, adding all the coins to our bank, it makes us RuneScape millionaires. What an accomplishment. But let's see what else we can get back to Slayer, I guess. Actually, looking back at it, it was only 3 hours for that last set. From 62 to 70, that took maybe about 5 or 6 hours. It's not terrible. But we're going to have to get back to that grind eventually if we want to get higher. But I am happy with this base 70 for now. 68 attack. Got a superior on 17 death level kills, and we got a dark totem piece. And we just need the other dark totem piece, and we could try taking out Skatizo, or let's just stack it up. We could just do the Skatizo run. Well, this task isn't that bad. And we got an ancient shard on kill 108, where it's supposed to be a 1 in 248. I don't know what the real use case of it is besides teleporting and turning our arc light to dark light, but I think it's our best transformation to get the dark light or arc light for demons. So when we go fight Skatizo, we're gonna have to use this on it. Nice. 76 hit points. Gonna switch it up today, and we're gonna train some defense in the nightmare zone. I know that the nightmare zone is not really like a nice way of training, because we're just gonna be AFKing our way through this, and we're not gonna get like Slayer or anything else from it, and it's kind of like cheating, but I don't really want to be training Slayer while doing Slayer tasks anyway. So we'll get this to 70, and we'll focus on everything else there. And we can start off by depositing around 100k into the deposit box. And now we're gonna go enter a dream and fight our various bosses. And we're only gonna select a few of these bosses because I don't really want to challenge all these bosses. But our points are scaled with how many bosses we select, and our goal for now is to obtain just enough potions of more points so we could get some absorption potions and we could AFK in here longer. And we're gonna stay in here as long as we can to imbue our Slayer helm so we get the ranging bonus from here. And this is my first time in here actually, so let's just see how it goes. And I hope it goes pretty decent, but yeah, let's see how long or how much XP we can get today. And there we go. Our first trip, we only did about 20 some minutes, and I think we learned that we want to remove some of these other bosses. But I think with our things, let's just buy some more. Let's just buy some absorption potions. It's not that bad. And each of these absorption potions take about 50 damage per dose. So that means with 40, I tank around 600 damage, but we'll still bring food just in case. I don't need to bring these prayer pots anymore. I can save more spaces for food. And now let's get ready for the AFK trip. 61 defense. Our next trip comes to an end, and we got 32,000 points, and that was about the same 1,000 points an hour. And let's try 70 in the normal mode. Let's try doing the hard mode. I think the hard mode might be pretty difficult, but let's just buy as many absorption potions as we can and get back into it. We should be getting more points an hour this time, but I'm not sure how much our HP is going to be holding up though. One Skeledog kill gives 18k points, but we're getting whammed. Look, our absorption potion HP is going down so fast, but I feel like we'd outgain all the points we get from this anyway. Why is the Slayer helm like 900,000 points? 62 defense. In the same amount of time as our last trip on hard mode, we got twice as much as the last one. So I think we're going to keep doing hard mode, and we can buy more absorption potions this time. E3. 64, 65. After a few hours of the nightmare zone, we were ending up with 128 total points. And it's not even 128 total points. I mean, I still haven't bought the absorption pots yet or some of the overload potions back, but I actually realized that the Slayer helmet, wherever you are, isn't 850,000 points. It's actually 1.25 million points. So I think at our current gear and current stats, this might take a little while, but this is something that we're gonna get eventually. And I think we'll start coming here more often if we want to. But yeah, now we have a little AFK melee training method compared to Ammonite crabs. Gonna use some of our precious money and we're gonna do some blast furnace, and gonna be smithing some mithril, and we're gonna get our smithing up. But since we're on the blast furnace road, we're gonna have to deposit around 2,000 coins for 1 hour of usage. And what we're gonna do is grab an inventory of coal, put inside our coal bag, and grab another one. And we're gonna run up to the little conveyor belt. Oh, I think we have to start it somehow. And we're gonna start using our coal onto the conveyor belt. And we're gonna do this for both. Oh, we're gonna do it for both inventories of coal. And we're gonna go grab our mithril. And once you place the mithril on, it goes down the melting pot and should turn into these bars right here. I need to get my frozen gloves. And then you grab your mithril bars. And that's it. Now we rinse and repeat. And 61 smithing. This is where having those stamina potions would come in handy. I'm already out of run energy. But you know, we'll get it later on. And I think a lot of people here like to just smith gold instead of any other bar because they get fast XP and R. But you know, we're in no rush for levels. We're just here for the XP, and we'll smith this into stuff later. 62 smithing. And we have about 25 minutes left of the blast furnace. I think let's just get some levels by using our gold. And the method here is just like how we did with the mithril, except we wear our goldsmithing gauntlets, which gives us 2.5 times the XP for gold bars. We get a nice old XP drop of 1500. And we pick it up with the ice gloves and rinse repeat. 63 smithing. 64 smithing with only 1 minute to spare with my blast furnace payment. And now with all our money that we have, we're going to invest some of it on construction because we're going to have to spend a lot of money here anyway. I think we're going to want to change our house to a fancy stone house for 25,000 just to make it look nice. Moved the house a little bit around, and now we're just going to spend our money on a portal chamber for 100,000. And we're no longer millionaires. And we're also going to buy one more costume closet room. And now we're going to build the stuff inside the costume room. And we should be able to deposit these outfits in here. And this clears up 8 spaces in our bank inventory. And although we need to spend more money on our altar and our portal room, I want to edit our little watering can. I want to treat my pets pretty nicely. So we're going to change the habitat space to a forest habitat. A little bit of grass. We want to upgrade the house. We're going to add a scratching post. And we're going to add a pet feeder. And now I could leave my cat here. And I could also leave our fishbowl here. I don't know where our rock is though. Welcome back home, Rocky. There you are. Been smithing a bunch of mithril darts because we're just going to turn them into dart tips anyway, or darts anyway, when we get that blow point. And it's going to be our main ammo until we start making these adamant ones. But we need 74 smithing for it. And the smithing is going by really slow. But I hope that all of these dart tips will get us enough to 67 fleshing, I think. 77 cooking. 78. 79 cooking. And we're actually getting pretty close to competing with ranged and farming, but cooking comes in phases. I was messing around with my OBS encoders and then I lost a bunch of files, but our woodcutting level got 70 and 71. And with this calculator tree, we should be having our farming go from 81 or 80 to 81, and now it surpasses ranged. And we can do dragon fruit trees now. That's cool. And I'm not too sure what I kind of want to do right now. I think we want to keep skilling for a little bit. We're eventually going to need 76 agility for silver runs, but I'm not too sure on what skill we need to get up right now. And looking at the quest requirements, I think we could actually finish off the rest of the quests that are available, but the only one we can't do is Song of the Elves, which has a skill requirement of 70 construction, which we are kind of far from, but we can grind that out with the rest of the money we have. But for now, I think we do want to get our fletching up, and we should get our agility up too, and we also want our smithing up, but I have no clue how to train those properly right now. Maybe we just go run our rooftop for a good chunk of today, or go back to AFK woodcutting. I've been running rooftops for about 2 hours and I still haven't gotten my first level yet. But we started doing our darts, and this should be level 62 fletching. In about 5 minutes, we got 63 fletching. And I think we can get another level out of this. And this is going to give us a lot of ammo for the blowpipe when we eventually get it. 71 agility. And 5 more levels for Zulrah. 64. I missed it while I was doing the fletching, but we actually passed the 20 million total XP mark. And we're also at 29 days and 8 hours, but I feel like I actually haven't done that much in all this time. I feel like there's still so much, or like so many things I haven't done yet. I haven't taken on like any of the mini boss, like the shamans or like the Agnoth Kings. I haven't even done anything. And we're yet so far from being complete. At the Canifis course, we finished at around 600 and we went here, but we're still working on 72 agility, and that is our 1000th Seer rooftop lap. And first 1000 of many to go. Almost 3 hours, and we get our 72 agility. And now with this, we should be able to do the third floor of the Hall of Ale, but we'll save that for another one. I think I want to be able to do it later so we can start coloring our graceful outfit so we can get rid of our beige outfit. I like the beige outfit, but it's time for an upgrade eventually. And what should we do now? 72 hunter. Gonna use up all the herbs I've been saving up, and we're gonna try to see if we can reach 73 herb lore. And because we could use our botanical pine, we could boost for 77 herb lore, and we can actually start making our super stamina potions, and at 72 we also get the ranging potion, so that'd be really cool. But I hope this will get us pretty close. Most of our XP is coming from these eerie leaves anyway, and we can get some corms, and I think we'll be only using half of the cadentines for super defenses, and we're not really going to be using super defense anyway, but it's just an XP method for now. 66 herb lore. Another book of knowledge straight onto herb lore. And there's this bot here, and I've been trying to just steal the fungi from him. Competing against the bot, I will try. I'm gonna still try to keep taking as much mushrooms away from him. 67 herb lore. 68. Maybe trying to get 73 herb lore off this one herb set was too big of a hope. We're still super far away, so I guess like maybe another month or a few weeks of farming still. Last level we're gonna get for a while, and nice. I think I'm gonna end the episode here. We got a bunch of levels in the past like week-ish, and we also got 61 prayer, which actually gives us access to using chivalry, but we have to do the King's Ransom quest, which will also allow us to do chivalry and piety. And chivalry is already cool because it's a mixture of ultimate strength, incredible reflexes, and I think it's also the defense steel skin. And yeah, we got a bunch of things. Farming's now a lot higher than everything. We became millionaires just for a little bit, but looking at our cash stack now, we're back to where we were before that thieving grind. But hey, we were millionaires once, and I think we're gonna go on a questing grind, and we want to get Reese color this graceful skin, and we should be able to fight Zora in just a little bit. And well, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.